Boy howdy, you pioneers, this is Shane Merst here. New Year's is a time for remembrance and change, to go back and relive all that happened this year, what you did right, what you could have done better, and rediscover yourself so you can be just better next year. That's what the new year is all about, ever becoming a better you. VRChat's released some truly prodigious stuff this year, and almost found themselves skewered alive at the same time. Will VRChat use this New Year's to see what they did right, what they could do better, and become a better them? Well, first, let's remember what they did, and recall what it made us feel in this special segment, VRChat's 2022 Year in Review. We start off with a quiet January 2022, and while CNN was living in the dark ages with their legless avatars with Meta, the February patch unveiled Open Sound Control, or OSC. This patch was the avatar maker's wet dream, and so many cool works exploded onto the scene thanks to it. Right out of the gate, we had the beginnings of text chat, eye tracking for compatible headsets, and heart rate monitors that you and everyone else could see in-game. From those few things blossomed thousands of different OSC components people have made this year to make you absolutely unique. After all, you could be the same Knuckles avatar as everyone else, but nobody around you would match stuff like your normal human heart rate. Makes legs look like just another thing, Meta, which VRChat came back to with a vengeance, by the way, but we're a little too early on the timeline here. Let's come back. March was a month of rest to prepare us for April's next heavy hitter, Avatar Dynamics. Flippity-floppity bones, dozens of them that didn't devour your frames. Finally, VRChat could say goodbye to dynamic bones and the fire advisory that entailed from your poor CPU. Fizz Bones added features we could only imagine in Dynamic Bones, including interactions where you could touch and pull and stick other players' bones in whatever ways you wanted, and from there it only got better throughout the year with bug fixes and performance passes to make an already quick system even more performant. And after Avatar Dynamics, VRChat didn't let us rest this time for May. The Knees patch, or IK 2.0 baby, a complete overhaul of IK from the leaves to the roots with new options for fitting in your avatar just right, including 5 additional tracking points so your knees are where you'd expect them to be, and with arm trackers we finally got control of our shoulders. And if you were an advanced user, you could rescale your wingspan to height ratio and nail that straight-armed T-pose to assert dominance. The controller update, which brought pretty much every gamepad, including Steam Deck, up to feature parity, also came in this patch. Really, this patch reinforced what VRChat is about, which is fitting into your avatar and really hammering home that immersion, no matter what avatar you are or whatever controller scheme you used. And then it happened. A month of rest wasn't enough for July's big drama. The security update came out, and with it, easy anti-cheat. And without it, all the third-party mods, tools, and hacks. Sure, it removed the majority of ways for stalkers and other undesirables to exploit their way around VRChat, but at the same time, quality of life and accessibility mods, things people relied on daily for VRChat, were gone, and people were pissed. And honestly, it was a pretty justifiable angry. This happened, of course, after VRChat told the community a year and 4 months previous that they were looking into communicating with the modding community to institute some of their work in an official capacity. Well, I don't know if the communications actually happened, but institution absolutely didn't. And this egg on their face was foolishly obtained and extremely well deserved. After thousands of negative reviews, days of colorful feedback on the boards, and colorful is a way to put it, and so many eggs, you could create the Guinness World Record for biggest cake with them, VRChat trudged through the slop of their own making, kept easy anti-cheat over the wails of the very vocal modding community, and changed their upcoming plans to do what they said they would do a year previous: review and institute important quality of life and accessibility features. In retrospect, now they'll have that red divot in the reviews for the rest of existence, and maybe that will be a reminder for the future on how community and communication with that community is vital for social VR. They also temporarily broke virtual desktop support just to, add a little bit of fuel to the fire for Quest because of easy anti-cheat. So VRChat took 7 months of absolutely killing it, and with one stupid move, VRChat found themselves surrounded by pitchforks. A mere few days, August came, and who'da thunk it, those quality of life mods were pretty dummy simple to implement if a team was told to focus on it. Horizon adjust so you can lay down while standing up, personal mirror so you have your own mirror just for you, face mirrors for your user interface so you can see your face in all its glory, a drone camera, custom resolutions for camera photos, grabbable menus, and enter portal confirmation so you don't accidentally portal yourself, text chat, not the one from OSC, but the real deal, earmuff mode to quiet down people far away from you, which is my personal favorite alongside with Personal Mirror, hiding avatars by distance, and even more, all in 1 month. Wow. It's like they could have leaped over all the bullshit if they just planned this out a little more. But hey, you take a knife in the chest and learn to live with it, hopefully by not getting stabbed again. VRChat eventually exhausted all their devs and they took a big nap in September, but Spooktober brought us a really spooky update, User Interface 2.0. Or was it 3.0? Doesn't matter. Brand new Launchpad. A lot of cool ways to filter stuff like worlds or avatars, and an unfortunately crap pile of settings. Like, pick one of the 3 menus and you might have found the setting you were looking for. Not great. Definitely a stain on the otherwise nice new menu. But still, today has a definite learning curve and a couple of things to polish up, but all in all, pretty nice. Also easier portal placement, visual adjustment settings like color filters for people with different icon configurations, and automatic user height adjustment, which is actually extremely useful and easy to use. Like, really it is. It's like push a button and you're done. Then we threw away all our costumes, went back to our normal avatars, and November happened. We got an announcement that SDK2 is sunsetting, kind of reminder, next month, like January, so don't forget to get the Creator Companion. Quest users could whip out those fingies with that hand tracking support, which apparently works even on the old Quest, and it seems to work really well. Oh, did I just compliment Meta? I feel ill. One of my favorite things in the quick menu was added though, tools. Being able to pull out the personal mirror in 3 motions just feels so future. A lot of good networking updates like serialized objects for better control of pickupables, network IDs for Quest and PC world symbiosis because making PC and Quest worlds work together was apparently the worst thing ever for a long time, which kinda sucks, but November was a great time for them. And master users not having to control where objects are until after a user joins the world were all big things. Backend things that you wouldn't notice, but big things. A sleeping giant still, but VRChat's ability to talk to shaders using the Unity graphics platform and feed it data it wants to know from worlds is going to be huge next year, mark my words. New IK settings, so you can adjust how your knees and wrist bend to fit yourself in your avatar just a little bit snugger, was also a big one. And finally, just a couple weeks ago, the last patch of 2022, groups. Discussed about years ago and referenced in my live talk with the devs all the way back in April last year, this patch will change the social foundation of VRChat forever. Now people can, instead of joining a public world as a new user and get harassed by the public crowd, can go through groups they may be interested in instead and join people of like minds. Will probably help in the long run reviews like this. As the real world spiraled downward for all sorts of political, social, and economic reasons, VRChat didn't exactly come out of this year in pristine condition either. But I'll tell you what, I think we're way better off than we were last year, and I can't wait to see what 2023 will bring. Speaking of the new year, be sure to hit up VRChat's New Year's World, and if you look around just a bit, you might see a little something that might remind you of me. Happy New Year, everyone. May you have better frames and great interactions in the new year. Enjoy it. Shane Merz here, out. We'll see you in 2023. Peace out, everybody. I like the lighting. It's good. It's nice. It's very nice. Oh my gosh, Avatar Dynamics.